I'm happy about that.
Okay. So how many shows did it take for you guys to win over the King Diamond fans?
Well, it seemed like the response has been awesome, and ever since the first show in Atlanta, people really seem to like our music, and the response has been real good. Like, we seem to have a small amount of fans in each state, and after the shows, there's always people coming to the merchandise desk and saying that they haven't heard of us before, but they liked it. Very little negative feedback, and because we were not sure what to expect, because we just have received some messages on Facebook and stuff like that from people that come to the States and come to North America, but we were really not sure that what kind of a response it would be. So it's a positive surprise.
And this is the first time as a whole band you guys played in a venue this size, and you usually used to playing clubs. How you like playing these size venues for a change?
Yeah, with some of my other bands, I've played in bigger venues also, but with Jess and the Ancient Ones, and it's not often. And with Jess and the Ancient Ones, we haven't played in this big audience, and especially a tour that each place is sold out pretty much. And so it feels great. Like you couldn't ask for more to be packed venues. And what is the question? I'm sorry.
I mean, playing bigger clubs. Playing in bigger, playing in clubs opposite of playing in venues like that.
It's kind of, both things have its good sides. If there's like a really intense atmosphere in a small club and the audience likes it, it can be it's awesome also. But and then like a big venue like this, if there's just a handful of people in the front and nothing, then it's not so.
Yeah.
The atmosphere.
That's kind of like the non-benefits of being an opening act.
Yeah, but we've had like really, really good. Pretty much like the people here in the States, they seem to come actually and see the opening acts. Like in Europe, or at least in Finland, it's not like that, or like it's very common that there's no people when the opening act plays. So
yeah,
once again, a positive surprise.
So how does Jess and the Agents stand up to the other bands? You guys have a style similar to like Blood Ceremony. Who else? Which is a great band. There's Ghost, which is another great band, and there's Devil's Blood, which is a great band. You think these bands kind of help pave the way for bands of your style to be
If I'm thinking of the practical side, like of course, it's because if there's this whole thing, whatever it is, with 70s stuff and bands playing with the occult themes, more or less serious, who knows? But of course, it's just been a help that there's other bands that have become kind of spreading that kind of a thing, but.
And it also helped to have Phil Asamo kind of help support some of them bands too,
Yeah, but I'd like to think that we stand on our own feet, or that the music does the talking. And if you like, we played with Blood Ceremony. They're really nice guys. Cheers if you see this. But all those bands you mentioned, they each have a different sound, and if you put us in that category, I think we shine also like us. That we have a unique sound, and even with the upcoming stuff, it's even more apparent.
Well, I mean, when I listen to your stuff, it kind of reminds me of Atomic Rooster, Lord John Such, little bit of BOC, a little bit of, 70s style, pre-Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen. Type style. The stuff that I grew up listening to.
Yeah, all of those are influences. With the new material, we're digging deeper, like into the 60s, and it's kind of, we don't make any like conscious choices that now we make this kind of stuff. We just make the material, and then we like all together like arrange it that whatever fits the material. And it seems like with the new material, we have a new album coming up, and it's going even further away from any heavy metal influences, you know, that there's much less distorted guitars and digging more into like blues rock and surf rock and folk rock and these kinds of things. So
yeah, that's cool. Well, it just reminds, you know, the music kind of remind me of my youth when I found my mom's stash and I was like listening to Deep Purple or Black Sabbath for the first time, you know, when you're 14 years old. And you guys kind of like bring back them days, and I know there's probably a lot of older cats that come up to you guys and say, hey man, you guys remind me of some of the bands I grew up listening to. Has that ever?
Yeah, it's with all the extreme metal bands that I play in, the audience is always metalheads. But with Jess and the Ancient One, it's kind of cool to see such a big variety in the audience. That there's like young girls who are like singing the lyrics, and then there's like these older dudes who are like kind of standing in the back a little bit more and nodding their head and smiling. That it's really nice to see that it's the spot for different kinds of people.
Yeah.
Metalheads and metalheads mostly, but also
you got your prog rockers that come to your shows, and
exactly.
And your A&R people that were into Triumph, and I'm surprised I'm bringing up these older bands, but they were great bands back in their time. You know, I mean, Deep Purple and all them guys, and you know, it's just cool to see. It's just refreshing to see bands that are doing that style of music. Instead of, you know, banging your head 1,000 times a day, it's kind of like you got to chill, slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, the dynamics and variety is good, and it's kind of, for me, there's so much bands in the 70s and 60s that I've yet to discover, and I would like to think that we're doing kind of those influences. They're like new influences for me. Like, of course, there's like Iron Maiden and Deep Purple and these kind of things that we've listened to since kids, but we discover a lot of new stuff, and of course then it becomes an influence.
Have you had a little taste of the Southern rock since you've been around this area?
Yeah, a little bit, but give me some good names.
Leonard Skinner, everybody knows it.
Yeah, I know, that's good stuff. Yeah.
Blackfoot, Molly Hatchet.
I'm pretty sure our other band members are familiar with that. I'm kind of living in a barrel in that sense that I don't know that many like bands that I should know. So that means even more new discoveries for me.
So since a couple more questions. I don't know what the time limit on YouTube time limit on uploading. Have you guys been able to check out some of the sites, some of the landmarks around here since you guys been in the U.S. or down the street? There's where Kennedy got shot at, and
some band members went and checked it out. We've gone to Grand Canyon and the Hoover Dam and some other places, but you know it's how it is on tour, that we come to the venue, we do our thing and pack and head to the next place. So there's not that much time to check things out. But we have done our best always when we have a day off, or usually the day off is spent totally in the car driving. But when we have like a break, we're very eager to see the sights. There's so much to see in the States.
Yeah. Okay, man. So I'd like to thank you for doing this work with me, and
pleasure.
I'm glad to see you guys this last night of the tour. You like to say anybody out in Dallas that's missing out, or?
Well, you're probably going to see this afterwards then, but it's the last show on the tour, and it's been real nice, and we're hoping to make this the best show so far.
Okay.
So hope you are checking it out.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.